Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on RidgeLife, Jen and I are here, and we have great news. Both of our deer tested negative for chronic wasting disease. That means the deer we've had in our SetPower cooler, pseudo wet dry aging, can be processed. Hers is first. Hers is on top. You gonna take some home?
Oh yeah.
What you gonna make with your deer?
Probably some chili.
Woo, deer chili for my belly. Can't wait, guys. So let's get this out of here, see what it looks like. We've had our venison in our SetPower cooler for 2 weeks at 35 degrees. This thing is amazing. It's held 35 degrees. Let's open it up and see what the venison looks like. There you go, guys. I got a meat thermometer in there, and that meat thermometer has been staying right at 35 degrees the entire time, and you see that's all the way deep. And because this was not wet aged on ice, you know, where you keep the drain open, tilt the cooler, and let the ice melt and drain through, we did get a little bit of that dry aging look on this outer meat right here. We'll trim that out, but we didn't have hardly any loss. You can see it's not all shriveled up, but in between the meat pieces, again, it's like wet aging. So I cannot wait to get this out and see what it looks like. We've got our prep station set up. I've got my trusty Browning knife set. I've processed many of deer with this knife set. I've got some stainless steel bowls. We'll put scraps in one, some trimmings in the other, and of course them tasty old backstraps have their own special place. We've got our Food Saver vacuum sealer. I've used this guy on a ton of deer as well. Got a little assembly line here. We already have some pre-sealed bags. Jen will be putting in that processed deer in here, vacuum sealing it up. We'll put it in a big basket and get it out in the freezer, okay guys? So let's watch this. Got some latex gloves on to stay clean. Again, these first pieces we pull out, you know, have had that dry air aged process, so they're starting to turn a little bit green. That's perfectly normal, guys. Trim all that off. Everything below that's going to be red, meat to meat. So let's pull this big old round, okay? Guys, this is a round. It is huge. Look at that. The bottom side is so red and pink. Top side's got a little bit of aging process to it, but this is going to be super tender. Now all I'm doing today, guys, on my processing, I'm not making hamburger, I'm not making sausage. I'm just going to be cutting it up into big pieces where we can get it in the vacuum sealer. I'm going to leave the silver skin on, get as much of the fat and tallow off. That's the flavor stuff that makes game taste wild. Don't want any of that. Silver skin's no problem. Actually, the silver skin's going to protect it from freezer burn. Now, there's a kind of a give and take on this. I could prep it all now, get all the silver skin, all the connective tissue off, and then when you thaw it out, you can just cook it, right? It'd be perfect. A little more work if you leave it on, because then when you thaw it out, you gotta cut it off. So I think the way we get so much deer here, I leave it on, and then it protects the meat in the freezer, okay? So I think that's really the best thing for us, because we have so much venison in our freezer. We go through year after year after year. I'll pull all the backstrap because they don't last a year. But some of that hamburger, some of the other frozen meat, you know, I leave this round on here with this silver skin on it to protect it for a very long time. We may not use it this year. So let's go ahead and start trimming this up. So first thing I'm gonna do is clean off, again, this fat and this aged section here. Gotta have a really sharp knife, guys. But look at that meat under there. Look at that, that looks so good. Again, we're just doing trimming here. Get my trimming pile. Just wanna get that green stuff off there. I don't want to put that in my freezer. Again, any of the fat and tallow too, I wanna get that off there. But really there's not much. I mean, this is 2 weeks in there. And I am surprised it's not more than it was. We got just a little bit here on the edge, but and then all I'm gonna do is flip this over. Again, this is the top round and the bottom round. You can see how it separates into muscle groups. I could actually just pull it apart. But again, we'll freeze top round, bottom round. You got the eye of round, a couple pieces there. It's gonna freeze up, oh, so good. switched over to these little disposable gloves. That way I can start touching the camera, moving it around and putting it back on. I couldn't do that with the blue one, so if you're wondering why I switched gloves, that's why. But look how clean these big chunks of meat are, the top and bottom round. Woo, meat, guys. Now I'm going to be handing them over to Jen. We're going to put them in this the vacuum seal bags we've already prepped up. Again, we'll label them. Get this one down here all the way. Level it out. Perfect. Now it's time for her to do the sealing. All right, go ahead and label it. We're going to label it Jen Doe, or 23, Jen Doe, and that's a round. Perfect. So this is the round, an eye of round. Put that in there. And get that on the side. Whoop, don't drop it, don't drop it. Put that up. All right. Turn this sideways. Put that in just right. That way it's sealed really, really well. There we go. Perfect. Right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, now go ahead and do y'all thing. Next thing from the cooler is this beautiful sirloin, guys. This is beautiful. This makes great steak. You think the backstrap's good steak? You can do a sirloin just the same. So I don't have hardly any trimming to do on this, just a little cleanup on the end, and then we'll get this sealed. One beautiful sirloin, ready to go. Now we only got one sirloin off of this one because Jen, she pops her deer good. It went through, the deer was quartering, so it went through a lung, through the liver, and kind of nipped the back sirloin. I mean, she woof, right through that deer. It didn't stand a chance. Jen does it right the first time. All right, let's get it sealed. Let's get that sirloin labeled up and in the bin. Now that you got the overall view of what we're trying to accomplish here, we're going to put you on time lapse, get these two deer knocked out. We'll stop occasionally to show you some back strap and maybe some heart. Let you see how big her doe is and how big my 8-point buck's back straps are, baby. Woo, big old. You know, sometimes size does matter. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about back strap, you want some more back strap. Now tenderness, hers is probably going to be a little tender. My buck was pretty young though, so we'll have to fry some up or grill some up and see whose is actually the better back strap. Okay, so let's put you on the time lapse and get this going. My first time ever doing like this, so I'm going to waste a little bit more, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wet age, you put water in it? Or?
Well, wet age, you put ice on it, ice down below the meat, ice on top, you put it in the cooler, you have the plug open, and you like this, and it continuously, ice melts, drains through, you keep putting ice on it. It's a pain in the butt, so you keep putting ice on it, right? This way, I didn't have to do nothing to it. Just stayed 35 degrees. So it's, and with when you send that water through it, the meat can come out looking waterlogged. You know, you lose a lot of the meat. You know, the meat texture can come out a little bit too. Hamburger. there's Jen's backstrap, guys. I think we'll part that up into 4 pieces and get them vacuum sealed. Again, I think I'll leave the silver skin on there. We'll trim a little bit of the fat and get back to vacuum sealing. Here we have her dough heart. Perfect little heart. I got her heart just like she's got mine. Here we can see the difference in the size of the hearts. This is the dough heart. This is the 8-point buck heart. Little bit different size. We got all of Jen's dough processed. Now, again, we lost the tenderloin, 1 sirloin, but man, what a harvest of clean, lean meat from here on the ridge. Jennifer, see how much deer you got there?
Goodness.
It's pretty heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all yours, baby.
It's a lot of meat.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what she said. We'll do the heart. That's my heart, baby. I'm giving you my heart.
I'm about to seal it up forever.
Woohoo! All right, guys, check out these back straps, and I ain't talking about Jen either. Look at this guy. Woo! More! We made quick work of that 8-point buck. Also got a full tray here we'll get in the freezer. What do you think about that process, Jen? This is your first time doing that, right?
It's pretty cool.
Didn't take that long. I don't like making the hamburger, the sausage, the jerky the same day I'm doing this. So I field dress the deer, I quartered up, it ages, okay? Ages till my test results for chronic wasting disease come back. This time it took 2 full weeks, okay? Got those results back. Now it's time to put it in the vacuum seal. So we got all the pieces up, just trimmed the fat off, left a lot of the silver skin, got the back strap, the heart, the rounds, all that stuff. Got it packaged up, And now we're gonna stick it in the freezer, and then when it comes time to make burger, we pull it out, take the last little silver skin off, or make a good old backstrap steak, clean it up, put it on the grill. Gonna be so tasty. Now, Jen's gonna take a big old chunk of round home, and she's gonna make a roast out of her deer. That's the first thing she's gonna do, is make a roast, and I can't wait. Gonna be so yummy in my tummy. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video, guys. A little bit all around the place, but again, that's what we do here on the Ridge. We make videos of our life. Now, I gotta clean that SetPower cooler out. It has about this much of liquid in the bottom. That I set the meat up on a tray, so anything that did drip down would collect below it and the meat would not be in it. And it worked perfectly. I mean, there's very little waste with that deer. We had a little bit of browning and drying. I probably scrapped off more than I should have, but this was my first time doing it, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I will be aging my deer in the SetPower cooler without ice from now on. I got 2 deer in there. Couldn't get more, that's for sure. We packed it tight. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you enjoy watching Jen and I have fun on the Ridge. More to come, I promise. So guys, we're gonna get her back out in the woods, get her second deer, hopefully a buck, right?
I hope so. I'm ready for a buck.
That's right. I checked the trail cam trail cam cards, guys, for the month of November. There was some big old bucks on there, wasn't there?
They're gonna like that video.
You're gonna like that video. Woo, man, big boys on there. So be ready to watch that video as well. So guys, until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and go RidgeLife. I messed that all up. Sorry. Hey, it is what it is, right?